Are you again thinking about Hania?
I simply want to be friends with her.
Last day, I noticed you chatting with Amar at the university, Hania.
He mentioned that I am truly unique, and honestly, I've never felt this appreciated before in my life.
Hi Hania, I trust you're doing great. I just wanted to remind you of how much you mean to me.
I'm glad to hear that my presence has a unique impact on you, Amar.
At last, I have found a man who genuinely values me. I have never felt appreciated at home by anyone before. Perhaps I am unique, perhaps I am not worthless.
We've covered various harmful effects of a toxic home environment before, but today we'll delve into the most perilous, full of danger, aspect of its impact.
Fatherless daughter syndrome.
Fatherless daughter syndrome, colloquially known as daddy issues, is an emotional disorder that stems from issues with trust and lack of self-esteem that leads to a cycle of repeated dysfunctional decisions in relationships with men. It can last a woman's entire lifetime if the symptoms go unacknowledged and ignored. When a father is absent, fatherless daughter syndrome can lead to emotional challenges, identity struggles, trust issues, and a strong desire for paternal love.
Growing up without a father's consistent presence can lead to low self-worth and self-esteem issues in girls due to the lack of affirmation and support, resulting in feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt.
Seeking alternative role models. In the absence of a father figure, daughters might look for other role models to replace this absence. While some alternative role models can offer positive guidance, others may not have their best intentions in mind. It is essential for daughters without fathers to carefully choose their role models and seek out positive influences that resonate with their values and goals. Warning: this is a crucial moment in her life where she seeks appreciation, love, and attention, possibly from people who may not have her best interests at heart.
How can you take such a significant risk? Your actions could have a lasting impact and potentially disrupt her entire life. Please consider the consequences before bringing children, especially daughters, into this world.
Now, let's explore the characteristics of this subject. Decreased self-esteem or sense of self. Hypervigilance, earlier, or increased, sexual behavior. Fears of abandonment. Trouble being assertive, disordered or addictive behaviors. Fears of losing everything. Ongoing attempts to solve or work through their trauma.
I sense things are getting serious between you and her, aren't they?
Do you truly believe that? Well, she does make for good entertainment.
I am thrilled about our upcoming marriage and feel overwhelming love from him, fulfilling a lifelong quest for this type of love.
You are quite young, and I doubt his seriousness towards you, Hania.
It has been 2 years, Amar, and our bond has grown stronger. I believe it's time for us to take the next step and get married.
It seems like you are unsure about my intentions. I have mentioned several times that I need to complete my studies before discussing things with my parents. Hania is becoming too serious and I am getting annoyed. I think it's time to move on. I can't handle the situation as she believes I will marry her in reality.
If you don't mind, can you share her number with me? I'm free these days, and when you leave her, I'll be there for her.
Thank goodness. That's a great suggestion. I will also part ways with her.
She is so silly. We only talk to her for fun.
I leave you now with a question. Who is at fault in this situation? Hania's father? Hania's mother? Hania's brother or Hania herself?
I would love to hear from all of you.
My dear brothers and sisters, on the Day of Judgment, Allah tells us that those young daughters that were buried in the time before Islam on that day will be asked, why were they buried? Why were they put to death? Why would they be put to death in such a way? We may not be burying our daughters physically, but we bury them in other ways. We bury our daughters when they want our attention, our love and care, and we are too busy with our own life, fights and egos. When we fail to respect and give attention and love to our daughters, they may seek it from external sources. When we fail to engage in conversation, inquire about their day, or understand what is happening in their life, we miss out on actively participating in their lives. We bury our daughters alive. If we do not give them what they are due, then on the day of judgment, we will be asked about this. Allah will ask us about this. Where were you when your children were in trouble? Where were you when they wanted you to listen to them? What were you busy with? When you're meant to educate your children about Islam but allow them to stray away from it. Instead of showing them the beauty of Islam, you focus on worldly concerns and life. We do bury our daughters alive.